we're gonna go get started with our usual joint by joint warm up. And let's start at the ankles. We're gonna come up on the toes and then back on the heels. Just rocking back and forth. Just elevating through the balls of the feet and then pulling those toes back, trying to get some space between your foot and the floor. Not rocking through my heels, making it all happen with the calves and the ankles. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then I'm going to make that a combo move. So I'm gonna go heel up on one side and then lift the toes on the other side. And I'll go back and forth, lifting and shifting, creating some space between the ground and my foot. The knees bend, of course, but I'm trying not to swing too much. Again, I want it to all happen through the ankles. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going feet together, hinge at your hips, and then you're gonna draw some circles with those knees. Just getting those joints moving a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna work the other direction. All right, working my way up the chain, gonna spend some time on the hips. First, we're doing that hip hinge. I'll turn sideways, you can see. Feet are pointing dead ahead, knees are soft. Actively trying to touch your elbows together behind you. And we hinge. Press into the floor, stand up and settle the pelvis right underneath the ribs. Get stacked. Hinge, and then press into the ground, stand back up. You should not feel the weight shift into your toes too much. Should not go back in the heels too much when we stand up. Should stay pretty steady through that tripod. Hinge, press, give me one more. Hinge, and press. So we'll continue to work on the hips. We'll do our pelvic list. So again, tripod on one leg as I drive into the floor and hover, and then I'll switch, press, press through, and drive. One more each side. Create that tension through the foot, and then one more time, press through, and then we're gonna turn it into a balance and reach. So I'm gonna press into the floor, and I'll hinge through that hip and reach. This is a move that'll come back to us in the workout, so I wanna make sure we prime it a little bit. Press, and then we hinge. Stand up tall, settle. Again, I talked about stacking when we did the two-legged hinge. Same thing here. I wanna make sure, as I'm talking, I was lost there. I stack those ribs right over my pelvis. Hinge, and stand, press through, hinge, and stand. One more, each side, press and hinge, press and hinge. All right, then we'll get a little lateral movement. We'll step over that imaginary hurdle, draw in a circle with that hip, transfer that weight, and then we'll hinge and duck under, and then I gotta go back the way I came, under and over. Again, going over, duck under. And again, I'll go back, under, and over. One more time, over, duck and go under. And then I'm gonna go back one more time, under, and over. And we're gonna go bow and arrow row, really get those shoulders lubed up and moving. Big reach, big pull. And I'm really reaching out, want some movement through the shoulders. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm gonna reach vertically, grab and pull. Again, some tension, right? Flex the bicep, flex the lat. Abs nice and strong. And reach. All right, and then we're gonna go one palm down, one palm up. And then you're gonna rotate that thumb in the direction it's going real hard, like I am. If I just turn my hands back and forth, it's nothing, but if I really rotate it, it forces me to kind of glide across a little bit, and it makes those shoulder blades slide up and down the ribs a little bit, which in a healthy fashion, which we want those shoulder blades moving the way we want. Here we go, 3, 2, one. All right, be on our hands a little bit today, so let's stretch out those wrists. All right, long warm up today, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a nice big whole body circuit, a lot of combo moves, sneaking in those opportunities to move laterally, to rotate and to have balance. And we'll also do just a little jump as a little cardio piece and just a mobility thing. So let's practice that jump real quick. So we're gonna come up on our toes, then we're gonna roll back on our heels, hands out, hips out. So up and then catch it. So I'm up in that fully extended position, then I catch. And what that trains us to do is when I then use my arms to generate some power, then I get those arms out again to land softly and quietly. It should be, the energy kind of dissipates. We're not like slamming into the ground. We're just really letting that energy go. One more. All right. So again, we're gonna do some combo moves and things that will require a little coordination. Remember, if that's tripping you up, it's just the basic movement, whether it's a squat, lunge, push up, whatever. So we're gonna start with our squat to cross connect, meaning elbow to knee. So I will drop into a squat, stand up, cross connect, set that foot down, and then I'll switch. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Squat, stand, press, squat, shift into that foot. Remember that tripod comes in real handy, that pelvic list and tripod come in real handy here. So we can pick that leg up without too much drama. Sitting into that hip, or sitting into that squat, come back. Find a breathing pattern that works for you. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and as usual, we usually do a push-up here. So let's do a push-up and then press into a side plank. So, and hold that side plank for a few seconds. Remember, you can put your knees on the floor as long as we're holding that nice steady plank. And try to make the two movements flow. Push through off the ground hard enough to just keep flowing right into a side plank if you can. If not, if you gotta pause it, that's fine too. When in doubt, it's just push-ups. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And I'll put that hand down, lock. Remember, when I bring that hand back down, I lock right back into my plank. I make sure I'm ready for the next push-up. I don't want my spine to wiggle worm all over. I don't want to drop my head too low. I want to keep everything as aligned as I can. As I'm lowering, almost pulling myself to the ground, pressing away. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming back to our feet. I'm gonna do a lateral lunge into that balance and reach we did in our warm-up. So I'll get this arm movement going to help me out with that. But remember, when in doubt, it's one or the other if you need to strip it away. What it'll look like is I'll step out, sit into my hip, push, balance and reach. And we'll just stay anchored on this leg and I'll keep repeating that leg. I'll tell you when we're halfway. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Push through, balance and reach. Stand up tall, sitting into that heel a little bit. Because remember, we step sideways, then we're done going sideways. We sit back after we've stepped. We'll switch sides. How about for another, we'll go on another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're gonna go to the other side. Press through, step out, sit into it. Balance and reach. Remember, your balance and reach is a hinge. If the balance isn't there, you can keep that toe on the ground for sure. You do like a kickstand hinge, or just drag that toe. Stand up tall, sit into that hip, press away. Sit back, press. Tipping forward, stand up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm gonna come to the ground for this one. You don't have to. You can do this standing or seated. I'm gonna do a half kneel. We're gonna do that alternating. It looks like a punch, but it's really our bow and arrow from a half kneeling position. Heavy, heavy weight. The emphasis is on the pull. Ready? I'm gonna turn forward. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pull back. And this leg that's in front here, if you're in this half kneel, I'm driving that leg into the ground. I am creating tension from the ground all the way to my shoulders. Pull. Kind of doesn't matter what leg's in front. We're gonna do both. Big reach, heavy, heavy weight. Try not to shrug. Keep those shoulders down. Remember your bicep, your lat, your shoulders, your abs, the glute, all work here. We're gonna go 10 more seconds. Big reach, big pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go to our back. And we're gonna do a pretty basic core exercise that we've done a million times. We're gonna do a dead bug. Remember that neutral spine, don't let that rib cage flare. But we're gonna add a little crunch. I'm gonna reach to the ceiling between every rep. So you really gotta be mindful of what arms and legs are moving so you don't keep repeating. So the dead bug is opposite limbs. Good, and then I come back and then I reach to the ceiling with a crunch. I settle, and then the other side goes, and I reach, and then back down, back and forth. Slow, deliberate movement. Keeping that rib cage down, keeping that low back. Neutral, don't let it flare, don't let it arch. Exhale as you crunch up, and then we move. And again, we're going slow. We want our abs to deal with that shifting weight. Strong abs, keeping that torso stable while the limbs do their thing. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's come back to your feet. We have one more, and then we get to take a moment, grab a drink. We're gonna do just 30 seconds of that jump. Remember, soft landings, no crashing, and use your arms to help. If you don't feel comfortable coming off the ground, reach for your ankles, quickly reach to the ceiling without jumping. So we just want that load, explode, reset kind of, pattern. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So again, you don't have to come very far off the ground. You just gotta explode enough to get that energy moving. Depending on your environment, you can jump forward, or you can just jump straight in the air. I want that nice quiet landing. No one should hear you. I'm gonna blame the mat for the noise in this one. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take a quick break. Grab a drink. All right, so we're gonna do it all again. Starting with that squat to cross connect. So remember, I don't want to throw that leg up there real fast. I want to be in control of that movement. And when in doubt, it's just a squat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Crunch. Woo. Went a little too fast, I think. Wasn't in control of my tripod. Press through. Putting that foot right back where I got it every time, so it sets me up nicely for the next squat. Abs nice and strong, stand up tall. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, then we go push up into that side plank. Remember, abs are strong. You can put those knees down if you need to. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Put that hand right back where you got it. Lock it in. Push. And I rotate. rotate, lock in, lower, press. Keep reaching. Again, putting that hand right back where I got it. Keeping that core engaged. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the feet. Stepping out, stepping back. So lateral lunge into that balance and reach. With that hip hinge, remember you can keep the toe on the ground if the balance is an issue. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Stand up tall. Sitting into that hip, pushing away. Here we go. Gonna switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we switch. Ready? Go. Sitting into that hip, pushing away. Remember, you can even draw this like a little 90-degree angle with the toe to kind of help with that balance if you need to, especially as we get a little bit deeper into the workout. Here we go. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Doing that half kneeling pull again. You don't have to be half kneeling. You do it standing, seated, whatever. I like the half kneel because I get a little stretch of the hip while I'm working. Remember, emphasis on the pull. Pushing this foot into the ground. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Heavy, heavy weight you have to bring back to you. You can make the other hand a push, but remember the emphasis is on the pull. And it's heavy. You really got to engage to bring it back to you and make those, I would say start with the biceps, but really I want the upper back muscles and rear delts and all the shoulders. Those are the ones I really want active here. Big reach, pull. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Dead bug with the crunch. Remember, if the crunch is tripping you up, you can just do a dead bug, or you can just do crunches if you want. I kind of like the combo because it's like a little reset for the next dead bug, and I really got to think about it every time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And the crunch is a pretty small movement. I'm really just curling my head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Everything else stays pretty still. Slow, deliberate movement. Reach and crunch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming back to your feet. We finished the circuit with just 30 seconds of that jump. Remember, if you're not comfortable jumping, just touch your ankles, reach to the ceiling. Make it big, make it fast. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I'm tying it to my breath. Exhaling when I'm leaning if I can. We got about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, grab a drink. We got time. We're gonna roll through this all one more time, maybe a little bit shorter. All right, so we start with the squat. to that cross connect. Ready? Just do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Sitting into those hips, standing up tall, cross connecting if you can. Remember, when in doubt, it's just a squat. You don't have to touch knee to elbow, you're just moving the two limbs in the same direction. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up to side plank. Again, put those knees on the floor if you need to, but just make sure you lock into that plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, I'm pulling myself down, keeping that plank, exhaling as you push, and keep pushing through the floor to roll into that side plank. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to your feet. Lateral lunge into the balance and reach. Pick a side. 3, 2, 1, go. Sit into that hip, stand up tall. Push and hinge. Whoa, starting to lose it a little bit. Push. Here we go. Gonna switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch, ready, go. Stand up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing that alternating pull again. I'm gonna go back to the hip knee. It kind of doesn't matter what leg's in front. I'm gonna go this one because this hip needs a little more love, but otherwise it's up to you. Remember, emphasis on the pull. Ready? 3, 2, 1, pull and push. But the push, remember, is secondary, but it does provide a nice co-contraction for the pull, which is our focus. Letting that rib, I'll just keep reaching out a little bit, letting the ribs turn a little bit as we pull and reach. Grab, flex that bicep, make that fist, that'll get you into character. 10 more seconds. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to our back. Dead bug into that crunch. Remember, finish the one before you do the other. Create your dead bug position. Ready? Go. Reach. Opposite limbs move. The other limbs stay completely still. And then we just curl our head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Go back right into your next dead bug. Just being very deliberate with the movement. You want to feel how those abs have to deal with that shifting weight. Not rushing, not kicking, not swinging. Here we go. Let's do it for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to your feet. And we finish the circuit with just 30 seconds of jumping. Remember, when in doubt, just touch your ankles, touch the sky. Fast, load, explode, repeat. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Again, we're not in a hurry to get to the next one. Each one's its own event. So I want to make sure I'm ready. I don't want to have a bad jump and have a bad landing, which could result in injury or just bad technique over time and cause some problems. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We'll just do it standing. We'll do our stretches standing. Take a moment, grab a drink if you need it. We'll do a couple quick stretches, and then we'll call it a day. All right, we're gonna dig that heel in. Hinge back, stretch out that hamstring. Switch. Dig that heel in, hinge, stretch out that hamstring. All right, I'm gonna step back, soften up that back knee, tuck that pelvis under, fire that glute, and shift. Switch. Soften up that back knee, tuck that pelvis under, and shift. Bring one arm across and stretch out that shoulder a little bit. Just working on our breathing. Just trying to calm down again. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Last one, you're going to press into the floor and see if you can stretch out that quad a little bit. Remember, you can touch something here. And I want the thighs even with each other, hips even. Whoa. 3, 2, 1. Switch, press. Three, 2, 1. All right, and we will call it a day right there. Thank you so much for working out with me, and we'll see you next time.